There was one big bank. We went there. The presentation was lovely. The reception was lovely, everything. And then they're like, okay, we'll call you. And then a month later, they get one of the ministers as a chief walker, and then they're doing like a shoe drive.
Hello. My name is Lesego Rathedi. You might know me as Les Emang, and you're tuned into the First Column podcast. Today I'm not alone. I'm joined by the formidable, well-rounded social entrepreneur, a woman that continues to inspire me every day, the Kagiso Madibana.
Welcome. I said, who's she talking about?
It's you. Okay. It's you that I'm gassing up. How are we feeling?
We're feeling good.
Can I tell?
Especially because I'm sitting next to you.
Oh, the flattery begins. Thank you so much for joining us. What our guests don't know is that you literally are coming from out of town and you still thought to make time to spend a bit of your afternoon with us. And I just wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're worth it.
I appreciate that. So what I like to do with my guests before we dive into all the cool projects that they're in, I love to take it back to a little Kagi. I would love to know a little bit about a smaller you. What are we doing? Where are we going to school? Yeah. Are you this outspoken advocate author already? Or are we introverted? Are we still figuring things out?
Oh my God, I love that. Nobody's ever asked me that actually.
Yeah.
So there's a song by Kelly Clarkson called Breakaway. I don't know if you would know it, generational things.
Don't
Yeah, but if you get a chance, listen to it. It talks about a girl who grew up in a small town and all she wanted to do was just break away, like see the world.
Yeah.
For me, this started because I was very shy as a kid. I was very shy and introverted. I lived my life through books. Books were my savior. Books were my friends.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Orapa. My dad worked for Botswana.
Yeah.
And so did I at a later stage. But
Full
that's
circle.
a story for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in a small town, very sheltered. Yeah.
What did you enjoy most about small town living now that you've kind of bounced around, been in Gabs, been all over?
Oh, the quietness, the lack of traffic, the fact that everybody knows everyone. There's a sense of community there, and then it's like there's no rush. You know what I mean? There's no rush.
This hustle and bustle that we're used to. The rat race.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But I mean, I was fortunate enough in my later years to travel to metropolitan cities like Berlin and everywhere else and experience that and be like, no, I still prefer Orapa.
So now we are getting out of Orapa. I want to know a little bit more about high school you. Are we still finding comfort in our books? What's your approach to school like? What is high school Kagi like?
She had a lot of pimples. I suffered from acne.
Same.
That girl from my tribe.
Yeah.
I was a library prefect.
A library prefect?
I was a library prefect, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Because I could read all the books. All the new books that came in.
I'm stealing that.
No, but also I was like monitoring the library.
Literally, okay.
Yeah, that was my thing. So I picked up my love of reading and writing from a young age.
Okay.
So I continued with it until, I was getting all the literature awards, all the English awards.
Yeah.
So it was, and then my teachers were also, there's one in particular, I was in standard 5, Anne Covea, she was like, you're going to either be a journalist or a writer.
And then you ended up being both.
Both, yeah. Both and more.
So I see this transition coming through. There's uni, how do we end up publishing? Do you do that later on in your life? And what inspired your first bit of work?
Yeah. I think before we get there,
Yeah.
I should also tell you that I was like a serious tomboy.
Really?
Yes, I was a serious tomboy. I went through a gothic phase.
A gothic phase.
All of. And then when I was in varsity, that's when I started working for Sunday Standard, because there was a professor of mine. He was from Malawi. His name is Professor Mtali.
Yeah.
He's in his 90s, God bless him.
Yeah.
And he used to teach Ota Mokoni, who was the editor of Sunday Standard. And then he said, you know what, I want you to go shadow Mokoni, see if this is something that you want to do, because you write really well.
Yeah.
And then I did. And then, you know, the rest was history.
What were you studying at the time?
Environmental science and English. It was a double major. So, yeah, I did the writing courses with him. And he's like, yeah, go do it. You are ready. This was second year.
Yeah.
So I started, the first week, I got my first paycheck.
And you were like, gling, gling.
Because now I thought I was going there just to shadow. But they were like, you write well. And we want to keep you. So I was on retainer until 2010, which is when I finished my my BA. Yeah. And then I think I worked full-time for a year. Then that's when Shivning came along. Yeah, so I got a scholarship from British High Commission. I shout them out all the time because they changed my life, literally.
In what ways? Tell us a little bit about it. What was your experience with applying for the scholarship? And once you got the news, what was it like? What did your family say? And then I think we'll dive into your experience there in a bit.
Yeah. So the Shivling Scholarship at the time came about because I was part of like an international journalist program that was based in Germany and Southern Africa. So we did work exchange.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Berlin and Bonn for about 3 months and work in the international news desk. Obviously print, because I'm a print media person. So yeah, opportunities opened up when I was in Germany. So me applying for Shivning was because I knew that I wanted to focus in the comms and media field. So my master's was in communications and media in Cardiff University. So it changed my life in terms of like my confidence, boosted my confidence and my abilities.
So you are capable.
Yeah. And my dreams are valid because it's for a long time I also wanted to do work that is community related.
Okay.
I just didn't know where to start.
So then how do we start? What was your first initiative for us to look at you and say social entrepreneur?
Oh, okay.
Where did it all start?
Yeah. You know, I think the word social entrepreneur only became popular like as of recent years here. Yeah. Before it's like, no, you're doing charity work.
Volunteer.
Okay. Volunteer. So in 2009, I was writing articles about how a man called Mr. Girish Ramakrishna was taking cricket to kids in remote areas of Botswana. I thought that was such a beautiful thing because we knew cricket to be for, Model C schools. So I used to cover him, and then I saw that he was doing it out of his own pocket, even though he had a full-time job. Yeah. And I'm like, I can do something as well, especially for kids in remote areas, because GABS has at least SOS, they have women's shelters, but when you go to remote areas, it's bad.
Less resources.
Yeah. So I talked to Mr. Girish about it because we had obviously now built a relationship where he'll tell me, oh, these schools are coming, or we're going to these schools. He was moving at an amazing pace. I was like, where did you learn to do that? Yeah. Then I found out his father, he just passed on the 29th of September. God bless his soul. I mean, he rest in peace. He really did his work. He was the founder of the Indian Development Foundation in India. Yeah. And obviously it's in India. But across India, they had projects like about 120 projects.
That is brilliant.
And these are schools, these are nunneries, these are hospitals.
Okay.
Yeah. So he says, if you want to learn, here's an opportunity. Go see my father. Go spend 2 months, see what he's doing, shadow him, learn. Yeah. So I went to saved up my little money that I was making from Sunday Standard.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't little because I made sure that I covered page 1 until they
they heard about you. They saw you.
Yeah. So I think around at that time, 2009, a plane ticket. So you see, this has been a long
journey.
Yeah. A plane ticket was like about 6,000 pula, like return.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you'll be lucky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got on a flight. Went to India, Mumbai. He lived in Mumbai. Mm-hmm. He showed me a couple of the projects that they were doing in Mumbai, and then. But majority of the time I was based in Chennai. Mm-hmm. So there was a hospital called Grimaldi's that was funded by the Germans. Yeah. Yeah, the men knew how to get funding.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
It is a skill. People don't talk about how difficult it is.
Yeah. It's no easy task. So we called it a social responsibility internship. Yeah. And comms as well, because there was a language barrier. Most of the people in that was called Tamil Naga, that region, had never seen a black person.
So this is a cultural exchange.
Yeah.
It's an exchange of language and of course an exchange of ideas. Yeah. Was there anything in particular that surprised you about your time in India?
Yes, a lot.
What was like super intriguing?
The fact that they thought that Africans all look the same. Oh. It's either you look like the Kenyan runners, or
oh my gosh,
are you of Barack Obama's race?
Obama's race.
But
you know what? I'm glad we've kind of gotten better.
We've gotten better.
And as far as that's concerned, but woo.
Yeah. Or people ask to touch your hair.
You had your afro out?
I don't have an afro. But
you had your hair out and they were curious.
Out, yeah. Huh. And they were curious. Yeah. They wanted to touch my hair. And then
so
around that time also, because I was paired with a group of medical students who were from the US. They were doing it as part of their program, I guess. So it was weird that the black person got the attention. It's usually the white people who get that attention.
But they were like, no, we've heard of you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. That's very interesting. I think growing up in a predominantly black country like Botswana, to me, my mind can't even compute someone being like, what?
What are you?
Yeah. What are you? What are you? What about your time in Germany, though? Did you have any of those experiences? Because I know I've heard about similar experiences.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be truthful if I said I did. Okay. I think what they did to help us adapt and assimilate, that's the word I wanted to use, thank you, was the first 2 weeks that we were in Germany. We went to school every day to learn the basics, like how to say your name. Ich bin Kagiso, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Just to say, because the Germans, they like it when they see that you're attempting to speak their language. So then they'll be like, hey, oh, she's struggling.
The same about the French as well. Like, you tried.
Yeah. So the minute they see that you've tried, that's when they'll be like, oh, how are you, Kagiso? Otherwise,
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so I didn't have a racist experience, not to take that from anyone. My experience was not that. I just realized that they're cagey. It's their culture. They're cagey until they let you in.
That's fair.
Oh, and how beautiful. How beautiful is Germany? Really? Oh my God. Everything.
Is it gorge?
Everything on time.
Yeah. Well ran.
So but I didn't get used to the fact that it will be 10 p.m. and the sun is still out. I'm like,
excuse me?
What is happening?
That is so jarring.
Yeah.
Did it take you long to adjust when you came back?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
So I want to jump back to India. You come back,
Yeah.
right? You've learned all of those interesting
Where am I coming back
things from India.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we're back in Botswana.
Yeah.
What are we implementing? How do we hit the ground running?
Right. I think that's actually a part of the reason why I got picked for Shivnim, because I already had a plan of what I want to do now.
Yeah.
So approaching schools,
Yeah.
because education and kids, because you don't want to be an enabler. So my target group was the kids, because they don't have a choice. Parents have a choice. Well, let's not go there, but yeah, you don't want to be an enabler. You want to help people who can't help themselves. So going into schools, talking to teachers, especially guidance and counseling teachers, they will tell you that the most needed commodity, a pair of school shoes.
Yeah.
Because kids went to school in pata-patas, or some came with no shoes at all.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I write about in my books as well. You can pick it up that it's an area of concern. And obviously, when you go home for school holidays, you see the same happening. Like kids
Still
walk a kilometer to school or more without school shoes, and it's scorching hot.
Yeah.
I choose to be barefooted. It's
your
it's a thing.
decision.
It's my decision. But if I didn't want to, how would I be living my life?
Exactly.
So then we decided to start with school shoes. Okay. So my plan was already mapped out by the time Shivning came, and then because it was a leadership oriented scholarship,
yes,
I was like, right, that's exactly what I need. Because you get there, you network with people from
everywhere.
Different types of backgrounds.
Yes. And
Shivning makes sure that you network as wherever there is a British High Commission, there's a Shivning scholarship. So,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
So everywhere almost.
Yeah. So they would have like events where you all come together, then talk, and then find out what you have in common and how you can help each other. And this was, before the WhatsApps, and it was in 2011, believe it or not.
You say it like it's so long ago. Don't do that.
I'm Asian, so I accept it with grace.
With grace.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Taking that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So this is you. You've met all of these incredible people.
Yeah.
What is your highlight while you're there?
Shivning? I'd say, because I had never been to the UK before.
Yeah.
Just the whole being a student, having these cards where it's like 10% off train travel.
Yeah.
When you go to like a place like visit London or wherever you want to visit, there's 10% discounts on everything. Like students were given priority.
Yeah.
And then also it was an easier environment to learn in. The problem was it was a year, for only a year. Most master's programs take 2 years.
Maybe 2, yeah.
So that's a lot of work.
It's condensed.
Yeah. It's condensed. You start your thesis the minute you start learning about research as well.
Yeah.
And then also you're supposed to socialize.
Yes.
Yeah.
Build those relationships.
Yes.
Create that impact.
But the lovely thing was how cheap travel was. Ooh.
You're just thinking about it. Your
yes.
face.
Like the hikes on a Saturday morning.
It was just different.
Didn't like the rain, but like the hikes on a Saturday morning, perfect. And the travel, and then the people that you meet, and the fact that you can be at the library 24 hours. I know UB does that, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
So what would you say is the biggest hurdle that social entrepreneurs face in Botswana? And in an ideal, what would you want done?
Debt. There's a lot of debt.
Yeah.
Because you're using your own money.
9 times out of 10.
I think we are only now, maybe in recent years, like 3 years, I would say, taking it seriously, because now we see that the world is taking it seriously, and now we know that it's actually something that can you can make an impact on your community without breaking your back. You know, it's like business with or with impact, with social impact.
Yeah.
Well, now, but before it was like,
I'm taking on the costs. I'm taking on the...
if you're not using your money from the UN, wherever you're working, then this project is just gonna stand here. And then, you know, you get all these schools requesting for school shoes, and you can't help all of them.
That's true.
And that is a painful thing. And then another thing is, you know, you would go to these companies, local companies.
Wink, wink,
let me be careful about what I'm saying.
Yes.
You go to these companies, you knock on doors, you're like, all we need is just 18 pairs of school shoes, and obviously we'll give you the publicity. There was one big bank here, I won't name it.
Do not.
I will not, because, you know, we might be working with them in the future.
Exactly.
Now that we have other sponsors. Anyway, there was one big bank. We went there. The presentation was lovely. The reception was lovely, everything. And then they're like, okay, we'll call you. And then a month later, they get one of the ministers as a chief walker, and then they're doing like a shoe drive.
And you think to yourself, oh.
I was like, that's nice.
That looks familiar.
But you know
familiar.
what? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's about the kids getting help.
The impact.
That's how you sleep better at night. Because, you do get angry. It's like, but I wasn't even asking you guys for money for myself. It was for these kids.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it's a delicate balance.
The idea, good.
Like what you're saying, as long as there was a certain amount of impact, as long as they were able to implement, as opposed to completely shutting the door.
Yeah.
Because what I'm constantly tabling with other people in the space is you're using your resources to go out there, put yourself out there, put your initiatives out there.
People don't believe that. People don't believe you're using your own resources. I even had somebody say to me, hey, and you're
like, lady.
And I'm like, people, it was a
from
man.
Where?
It was a man.
Abuti. Money from where?
But we're in the NGO world to make dollars. I mean, Trump is in office. Where do you think we're going to get those dollars?
And he cut funding. He ceased it.
Yeah.
He said, actually...
So it's gotten worse.
No, yeah. I was so heartbroken earlier in the year. You see, just... It goes beyond online campaigns. There's people that are accessing resources, testing, treatment. That's when I was like, okay. But beyond that, what would you want to see? What change would you want to see? What would you want to urge private companies and even our government to do?
Hey, I tend to like steer away from government because of the whole
our song.
Our national anthem. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Okay. There's a friend of mine who passed on who says, don't make jokes, you're not funny, Kagiso. So I'm trying to remember.
You're restraining yourself.
Sorry, Wesu.
Wesu
is not happy wherever she is.
Shame.
So, okay, let me tell you the story with the school shoes. What I saw with time was we were buying school shoes, right? Yeah. From Bopeb, Bosibi stores. Well, even when Taku was still around, I don't know if they're still around.
Yeah.
All these are franchise stores, right? We're buying school shoes, and then where's the money going? It's going back to South Africa.
True.
So there were no school shoes. There were no, locally branded school shoes available. And then I'm like, no, this is not right.
Yeah.
We've donated over 7,000 pairs. Like,
that's someone's
perhaps,
profit.
Yeah. Let's look into, manufacturing our own school shoes.
Yeah.
Had I known in advance that I would make time for this interview, I would have come with like a
sample
of the Nayang school shoe.
Ah.
Yes. So, like I said to you earlier, because I'm going through the doctorate in business admin journey because I want to grow this venture.
Yeah.
So we've already done that. We have the blueprint in terms of how we want the shoot to look like. And the samples came and they look so nice.
Gorge.
Yeah, because how are we going to keep supporting our other charitable efforts if we don't have something that's bringing in the money
Consistently, beyond just aid, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Right. So
It's very cyclical. I like the approach. So how would one reach
yeah,
the
so
Nayang
I think
walk?
early this year, I know early next year,
Yeah.
we'll have them on the shelves for sure. So
I want that for you.
yeah. And then obviously because it's a locally branded product, we're going to depend on that.
Yeah.
Our main challenge had been the fact that there's no leather plant. It's always been just politics. They've talked about the leather plant coming back, but people went benchmarking in India, they went to Vietnam, spending government money, nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the man who helped me with this, his name was Anthony Ju. He also passed on last year. He was a South African white male.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now things there's a direct path.
There is.
Yeah,
And I think
because
that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when the samples came in, then COVID happened.
Oof. And you
Then
had to
we
halt.
Yeah. We had to halt that, and then we had to halt the charity.
As
The
well.
orphanage.
Whew.
Building the orphanage, yeah, we had to halt for until 2022, end of 2022.
And how is that going?
What, you mean the orphanage?
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday we were in Sese for like a side visit
Emma.
with they're called woodcraft shop fitters.
Yeah.
It's a local company. They're based in Gabs, but they will be doing the interior design.
Ooh.
That's just how far we
Everything.
are.
Yeah,
And
gosh.
that's being funded by Anglo-Americans Ambassador for Good program.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our main sponsors are from Grenada.
Huh.
Yes.
Very
They're called,
interesting.
interestingly enough, they're also called the Genesis Project.
Okay.
I know sometimes that's confusing to people because the minister has
Something
a
similar.
Genesis Foundation or something. Yeah, but they're from Grenada,
Okay.
and this is a couple. They had been trying for years to have kids,
Yeah.
and then when they finally had a child, her name was Genesis. Yeah, she was alive for like 2 days.
That is heartbreaking.
And then they were like, maybe this is not, God's plan for us. Perhaps, our daughter's death will not be in vain. We're going to go across the world and help, assist wherever we can.
Yeah.
It's amazing how God works, because there's a guy who went to school in Grenada.
Yeah.
He was doing medicine as well, and then he had always wanted to help with the charity, but he didn't know how. And then because he's a Christian, he went to the same church as them, and he went to the same school as them, and then he got us in touch, and that's how
Alignment.
we got
Mudimu Batung. A
Mudim.
big star.
Because Ghana, that place, they got a plot donated to them by Major Mining in 2009. I can't tell you the number of companies I've taken there to go see the site and
then
get no feedback. I mean, I don't blame them. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, because right now the project was costed at 2.3 million.
Yeah, because you're building a home for many. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy to hear that. I was also curious to hear about Girls Under the Hood.
Girls Under the Hood, yes.
Girls Under the Hood.
Yeah.
With Taurus. What was that project about?
Right.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'll say it's multifaceted, but I always believe in using your experiences with something in particular to to build or to solve a problem. So I don't know if you can tell, but this side of my face, I was once burnt by radiator water because
You shared a picture.
yeah, I shared the picture. Yeah, if you go on my Facebook, like I pinned it to like explain why I felt like this was important.
Yes.
Yeah, just because I won't even blame the petrol attendant. I'll just be like, I should be able to tell my own coolant or my own water, check my own
And have
water.
that capacity.
Yes, I should have that capacity. I'm driving this car.
Yeah.
Should be responsible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that happened. And then I went and worked for the UN project in Kalahari and Khanti. So we were going into different, territories. Like, yeah.
What
Sometimes
keeps
you drive alone.
You've spoken so much about essentially trotting across Botswana, leaving, coming back.
Yeah.
What keeps you grounded amidst all of that? I mean, aren't you scared as you're heading out? What do you say to yourself in those moments as you're going on to explore something different?
I'd say it's God.
Yeah.
It's God who's pushing me, and I need to pay my debt.
He's not keeping a score. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to. I thought at some point I thought there could be a balance between my professional life and my life as a social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's difficult, as I've come to find out.
Yeah.
So, going to work for the UN, I mean, who doesn't want to work for the UN? I grew up, watching the blue helmets, help people.
Yeah.
Help people. But,
Kagiso.
no, sir.
Kagiso.
No,
Please.
I love the UN, okay?
Kagiso on camera.
I love the UN.
That's it.
I'll work for you guys again. Anyway, yeah. Emma. But it was a good project. It was a good project because they were trying to, find livelihoods by any means for the people living in Bora vast areas. Unfortunately, it's just still a part of the country. It needs a lot of help. It needs a lot of assistance.
Why? How is it that we're funneling money into initiatives and then there's no?
I don't know because even when I was working with the UN at the time, there were cheetah conservation. There people who've come and done their own studies, more consultants, and
is a continuity? Do we start and then stop?
No, I think perhaps we don't know how to work together, group ourselves, and say, you coming here and doing this study is redundant because the same issues that they had 2 years ago are still there now.
That's true. Let's work on the action.
Yeah,
the solution. Yeah.
The Tabong, one of the hot spots, the hottest areas in the country. Why are there no solar panels there? Or maybe it's in the works. I'm not trying to speak out of ignorance, but when I was there,
those things weren't there.
Yeah, there was nothing. So I don't know. I think it's a question of us finding a better way to organize ourselves, and then use these stakeholders that we have to work together. Otherwise, because you go to the khotla and then you see people who are like, hey, la bolitile.
Yeah.
And the only way to get their attention is if you are buying lunch.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It's our ways of working. I hear you.
Yeah.
Before we dive into future career and what your plans are, what would you say to a younger you, having lived through all that you've lived through and experienced and learned all that you've learned?
Jeez. Would she even listen? She was so stubborn. I would say the world is much bigger than you wanting a tree house. Because I wanted to live in a tree house.
That was your hill. You were like, listen, tree house or nothing.
Tree house or nothing. Yeah. I would say it's okay. Just be who you are. Yes, you're weird or whatever. But your weirdness will one day get you to places that you never even dreamt of.
Yeah.
Places that you read about, places that you saw on TV, and even more, you know?
That's beautiful.
And you're going to make a change in your community, no matter how small.
Orphanage, ma'am. Every, not just woman, but every leader that I speak to, and we talk about the tangible impact that they've made, it's shrouded in this humility. And I'm like, no, but like, talk about it. Give yourself your flowers.
No, I mean, I feel, I don't know.
Or you feel that there's more that you will do.
Oh,
we'll look at it like
there's
that.
There's definitely more
Yeah.
that can be done, but I do celebrate milestones, no matter how small. Like, I mean, I'd be like, yeah, somebody would be like, hey, can I buy your book? And I'm like, which one? I have 3.
Listen, clock it.
Yeah, the young people taught me that.
So I would love to talk about future Kari. This gorgeous woman has been nominated for an award. Be on the lookout for that. Vote for her. Tell us
Please
a little bit.
vote. It comes with money.
It comes with money. There's implications. Please tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
What do we have in plan for the future?
Yeah.
And we didn't touch too much on your books, and I'm so upset about that because I know we're running out of time. But
yeah.
Are you publishing again soon? Just tell us a little bit about your upcoming.
Okay, so where do I start? So in terms of the books, I've put book 4 on hold because I'm focusing now into turning one of the books into a feature film.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
We're thinking, Sundance festivals and things like that. This was inspired by Donald Mulusi. He's also a Shivna, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing theater and whatnot, but he's also a writer.
Yeah.
I know he's doing really well in the UK. I think he won like 1.6 million recently.
That is incredible.
And I was like, hey, do I still have his number?
Well, check. I want to
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested in film. But when I was teaching at Limcom Queen, there were students of mine that were really good.
Yeah.
That like I'm trying to put something together, but obviously I'll partner with a production house that know what they're doing.
Of course.
The issue is always funding, of course,
Yeah.
but it has never stopped me before.
Exactly.
So that's on the card.
Is there a specific book that you would want every young Botswana to read?
I'd say Baring's Journey, the first one, because it can be read by a child, well, standard 7, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then it can be read by an older person. And people have given me feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say
Older
that.
people who are like, oh, yeah, I gave the book to my son, or I gave the book to my daughter because I read it. And I just felt like there were so many important messages in there.
Yeah.
So definitely that. And then also Girls Under the Hood. What we do now is we have corporate packages because there are women drivers everywhere.
Exactly.
So yeah, if I go to, let's say for example, I'm not saying I went there, like a Standard Chartered, I'm like, we're women drivers.
Yeah.
Let us train them for 4 hours just for them to know how to change the tire. What do you lose from that?
Exactly.
Now if they drive your company cars, they're responsible.
Exactly. Okay, that's super, super exciting.
Yeah.
I love to close off our episodes with the very same question.
Oh, it's over already.
It is. Imagine, and I've had such a lovely time chatting with you. It feels like speaking to someone that I've known for a very, very long time. And
because
this
we
is
have
our
stuff
first
in
time
common.
meeting. Exactly. It's like, I'm like, look at future me over here. Yes.
Yeah.
But I love to ask my guests, how would you want to be remembered? If I'm looking back at Kagiso and her legacy and all that she's done, how would you want to be remembered?
as a kind person who did what she could for her community,
Of course.
but also lived life.
Yeah.
Because, ma'am, I've done skydiving, I've done paragliding, I've backpacked to Zanzibar for like
You
54
have?
hours.
The calmest adrenaline junkie I've ever met. It's so intriguing. Like, I'm going through her posts,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? And then we speak,
Yeah.
and you are so zen. It's intriguing, but please continue. Yeah.
Yeah. But mostly kindness. I think it's important to be kind because you never really know what other people are going through.
That's true.
We look good on the outside, but you don't know what's happening inside here.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
I think so many people are just keeping it together.
Yeah.
Instead of genuinely
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
So, kindness,
Yeah.
living, being
Yeah.
present. That's what I've taken from you.
That
That's
is
what I'm
good.
hearing. Yeah.
That is good. And also, like, mental health matters. It really does.
Yeah.
Don't feel like, people are going to judge you because you're going through what you're going through.
Yeah.
So you can't share.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain perception when you're going through something.
King.
Friends go like this.
Yeah.
And people start judging
not the
your
case.
decisions and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
just live your life. Live your life. Don't care what people say.
Yeah.
Because they'll talk anyway.
That is true. That's very, very clear. I hope, firstly, thank you. Thank you so much for making time for us and having a conversation with us.
You're welcome. And red is my favorite color.
And red is your favorite color. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This has been the first column with Kagiso and Les. If you'd like to explore any partnerships, email us at melodymediabw@gmail.com. Kari, where can we catch you or your organization?
Okay. So I prefer the Kagiso Madibana page because I've made it public. Emma. So whatever questions you have, if you want to get in touch, find out how you can get involved,
Yes.
go orphanaging or whatever we'll be doing, or Girls Under the Hood.
Yeah.
Luena as an individual, how you can get involved, how if you want to learn how to change your tire
Yeah.
within a certain time frame. And shout out to Taurus for sponsoring Girls Under the Hood. Where would we be without them?
Shout out.
Yeah, and even with the books.
Right? So we go straight to Kagiso's page. Shout out Candy for our videography and Santorini for our beautiful, beautiful venue, Santorini Vibes, right here in Village by Jack's Gym Complex. I hope you guys stay tuned and look out for the next episode. Bye.